team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Seattle.
Now you gotta love the footwork. How about that turnaround?
Cassell against Rondo. Dishes to Duncan. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's 10 points for Duncan.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
Well, they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
And here we go again. Seattle on the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
And I think when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon, I mean, the numbers show that he was a phenomenal defensive player. 3,830 career blocks, two-time Defensive Player of the Year. And I think you put him alongside greats like Bill Russell, who played before blocks were actually recorded, of course. But you put Olajuwon up near Russell in terms of maybe greatest interior defenders of all time.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Seattle.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And I love their hustle because they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities just as a result of playing hard.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harper's checked in. Now here's Ross. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Here's Boozer, and that one is stuffed right through.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Kerr, the pass to Cooper. Purdue with the screen on Durant. Purdue with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. And there's the pass to Sally. 6 on the shot clock. Sally with a screen on Ross. Here's Cooper. Los Angeles with another miss. Seattle with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Seattle shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The free throw drops for Durant. Durant hits them both. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Pass to Sally. Back to Kerr. Outside Harper. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Cooper. Stays with it and hits the off-balance shot.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around.
And that one's good. And that's now 6 points now for Terrence Ross.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Here's Harper. Back to Kerr. Outside Harper. Pass to Cooper. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Kerr can't hit. Now Lopez. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Durant kicks tonight. Feeds it to Ross. Trying to find Boozer, and he does now. Off the mark. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feed, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
Yeah, the timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question.
On the floor for Seattle. Batuma's out there with Durant. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then there's Carlos Boozer. And it's Ross in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's Kerr. And there's the pass to Edwards. Back to Kerr. From past the arc. Kerr with another miss.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Knight against Harper. Outside, Batum.
Well, you know, as teams become more and more focused on getting good looks in close at the rim, the value of great defensive big men inside just continues to rise. I mean, it's tough to be a contender without a rim protector.
And here is Los Angeles now. Carlos Boozer unable to get his shot to go. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Grant with the ball. Harper the pass to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to Harper. Pass to Ellie. From the baseline. Seattle grabs the miss. And with the new camera systems, it's easier to measure defense, going beyond block shots to look at which, for instance, big men diminish shooting percentages in their area.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, names like Dwight Howard, Roy Hibbert, Serge Ibaka. But interesting that that reputation has value defensively when players hesitate to go inside.
Here's Ellie after Carlos Boozer's score. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Here is Knight. And here is Ross. Here's Durant. Here's Boozer. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Boozer has been great. He's got 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club.
Cassell, he's checked in for Harper. Big group substitution here for Seattle. Duncan, he's checked in for Durant. Iguodala comes in for Nicholas Batum. Johnson, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Brandon Knight. Here's Cassell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson with the block. Iguodala against Ellie. Here's Boozer. It's hauled in by Edwards. And here's Los Angeles. Edwards, a screen on Rondo. Passes it to Edwards. Here's Cassell. He's covered by Rondo. And he gets it to go.
Well, you know, starting last season, the NBA added a 3D camera system in every arena to track movements on the court. And some of the shots that those cameras get are remarkable. They can measure just about anything you can think of, and it's opening up a lot of different ways of measuring and dissecting the game. Another example of the overreaching arch of analytics.
And that one's good. Duncan.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
It's stolen by Rondo. There's the lob to the hoop. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
So deflating for a team, Clark, coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
And going back to the new camera system, it seems it won't be long before every team has one. Really a revolution as far as evaluating the game.
Well, we are in an information age, there's no question. Stats, numbers, camera angles. The teams are really trying everything to get an edge over their competition, and it makes perfect sense. The big question is, how do you use that information? I think that's what teams are trying to figure out.
And here is Los Angeles now after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Got a piece of it. And a serious dunk to finish it off.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Ellie against Johnson. Here's Ellie. He feeds it to Rodman. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Grant. Pass to Ellie. Can they get it? The shot will not go. Seattle goes the other way with it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Seattle.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Duncan. You have to love the way that he was closing out defensive trips. He would always body up and really be physical. That's why he ended up with so many boards.
We've seen Tim Duncan getting it done. He has 9 rebounds, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
Well, and because of that, there's now a serious intimidation factor working in their favor.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Robert Parrish is checked in for Edwards. And Ori subbed in for Grant. And then for Seattle, Kevin Durant's checked in for Iguodala. Batum comes in for Johnson. And Knight subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Now, here is Knight. Outside, Batum. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Tim Duncan.